how to change the water steam boiler water charge solenoid valve. First of all, we have to remove all this part of the machine. We have no power, and the power cord is not connected in the machine, and the machine is cold, and I have no pressure into the steam boiler. Okay, I protect the glue pad, and I have to remove this part. Remove the wooden part before to remove this. Okay, this is the machine inside. As we can see, the water charge solenoid valve is here, and then we have to remove all the hydraulic circuit, but it's not complicated. We have two screws here, and after that we can remove all the parts. Or we can change, we can take a new valve, we can take this, the lower part of the valve, install in the machine, and we can also remove only the upper part. Okay, now I show you first of all the fastest thing to do is to change the part with the problem of the valve. We have to unscrew the coil. We have to remove the coil. We have the nut, coil, and washer. Okay, as we can see here, we have the part. If it's locked, probably is this. And then we have to use the 17 wrench key, not from this part, if we have, because we can damage the nut. It's better, if it's possible, use this part. And a second thing, if you push only to unscrew in this side, we can damage the plate. We usually do this. And the valve is open in a second. Okay, if this component is locked, as we can see, when I remove the upper part of the valve, this, the piston, came out immediately. In this case, this machine works, and because the piston can go up and down in closed position. If it's locked, when we remove this don't exit alone. You have to use a screwdriver to remove this. If you have to use the screwdriver, it means that the valve is locked. Look, alone exit. This valve works. Then, if we have the new valve, we can do the same. We have to lock this, and we can unscrew the new part, and we can install the new part here in this way. First of all, check inside in the hole. if it's clean, like this, and especially if the hole is free. If you find something here, it's better change also the lower part. But usually this is free, is the upper part the problem. Okay, this is the new one, for example. We have to be careful to install in the correct way, not in this side, but in this side. The gasket of the piston works with the N. We have to install in this way. And we have to close the valve. Okay, lock, not too much. After that, before to the coil, we have to install the washer, and last, the coil in this way, not in the other. Then the written here goes in up. You have to read all up correctly. Last but not least, the nut. This is very important, and we have to be careful to not close this nut too much, or you can break the valve in the middle. Then you have to look. I use only one finger, not too much. That's it. You have to move the coil. Must be locked, but you have to move easily the coil. If you close this too much, you can, after few months, you can have this broken in the middle. Okay, in this case, after that we have to test the machine. Okay, now we have to see, to do the second part. In this case, we have to try to disassemble all the hydraulic circuit and change all the valve. We don't change only the upper part, the part, for example, if we have problem and the piston came out, but we have to clean, to change all. Okay, the machine that I have downstairs is assembled with the new hydraulic circuit. The new hydraulic circuit is this. As we can see, the difference is in this part, and in the old we have the nipple here and here and here. If you have the nipple, you have not to unscrew only the ogiva here, because is this spin when you unscrew this, you can break your the tube, the copper tube, and then before to unscrew this, the ogiva part, you have to fix this with the 14mm wrench key. After that, you have with a second wrench, you have to do this here, and also look, because happen this, probably you turn this and this twist, spin, and you have to lock this or you will damage the tube. Okay, before start, be careful, use a cloth like this and protect the electric component. In this way it's fine, because sure we will have some leaking. Ok, and let's go. Quindi 13, 1. This is 13. This is 14. In the new, you have not the nipple, and then you can use only one key. Not in this ogiva. Okay, now we have to remove this. Okay, remove the fasten from the coil. 1, 2 is the gray, and the blue. No, sorry, you have the black. You can have a gray or a black. With the blue is the first solenoid in this way. The second is this, and these are different fasten. The fasten with this design is for the small solenoid, and the common is the blue. After that, as we can see, this is the solenoid valve. Here we have 2 small screw, is with small cross screwdriver, and we have to unscrew 1 and 1, 2. This is already unscrewed, and as we can see, came out. Okay, an important thing before to remove this and change, look the number, because you have the number 2 here, the number 1 here on the valve, written on the valve. Here we have the number 1, and here we have the number 2. Be careful, because if you install the valve, you do all the work, you test the machine, and when you do the coffee, the water, if the valve is not installed in the right way, can go into the steam boiler. You can deliver coffee with I don't know, 3 bar, and you can't go upper, because this cannot close the passage. You have to install with in the right way. Okay, now we have to lock a little bit, not too much, not damage the valve. Okay, first of all we unscrew the nipple, and be careful, because the nipple have 2 sides. One is the thread change is different, it's not the same in the 2 part. Okay, as we can see, this part is shorter than this is longer. The shorter, the thread is conical. The longer is cylindric, is straight, dritto. And this part, without glue, works with the ogiva. This part works with the thread of the solenoid. And then we have to install in this way later in the new valve. Now we have to unscrew this, and after that we will install the new valve. Some air here to dry the thread.